Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Chicago Way. So today we're going to take a look at the first in our series of faction reviews, and that is the police faction, so the quote-unquote good guys, if you will. So as with all these types of faction boxes from Great Escape Games, it's a pretty small box, and you get essentially the vast majority of a crew to start with here, so 7 guys. At some point you probably want to pick up a few more, just odds and ends, just to round out some of the weapon choices, especially if you're running some of the more lower cost models. You want to just kind of more take a horde approach, but by and large, this is, if this is like what you and a buddy have to get started, then more or less equal forces, and plenty anyway. These are not games that require a huge model count to begin with. So 7 guys in here. We're going to get this opened up for you guys and show you what you can expect inside when we return. Alrighty guys, we're back and we got everything opened up here for our police gang. So we get our 7 bases, of course, and our little units, or not unit, but faction special rule card. So police have nightsticks, which makes them pretty formidable in close combat. And then they have a cool once per game. Basically, they can choose any card from their discard pile and swap it with one from your hand. So if you have an awesome one or just a really great situational card in the discard pile, then you can swap that out and make it happen again. And then finally, they also have a really neat psychological effect, somewhat similar to some of the police factions, or law factions rather, in Dead Man's Hand. So basically, if you're close enough to the bad guys, they get a -1 to their nerve tests, which, again, if they start failing those more often, there's a chance that they'll take more, essentially, hits, and is just getting them that much closer to putting them out of the game. So now it isn't cumulative, so you can't just kind of gang up and sort of super intimidate people, but you have that sort of bubble that you can kind of push and work that a little bit more aggressively as well. So it combos nicely where if you get a good enough hit where they have to take a nerve test and you're that close to them, it can be that much more damaging. Now the models, pretty good stuff here as well. Everything's of course mono pose. Again, fair bit of flash and mold lines to clean up. We get several pistol armed guys. Our faction boss here, if we're going by the artwork from the cover, and then a couple of long gunners. Well, actually, I think 1 rifleman and maybe a shotgun or 2. Although irritatingly, and this is again just with the way things are packaged and something I hate about how medals are often packaged, so they're just kind of thrown in there. There's no foam padding or anything. So one of the shotgun guys here, the metal barrel part was just so flimsy already from being bent basically 90 degrees or almost 180, and then trying to bend it straight, it's almost like it was already kind of crimped at the join there. I shouldn't say join because it was a one-piece model, but basically right where the sort of hand stops and then like the rest of the gun barrel continues, and so basically by bending it straight, it essentially just snips off. So we'll probably just leave it like that and call it a sawed-off shotgun or something, but it is just a little irritating from a quality perspective. Again, just not just this particular side, but just anything metal still nowadays. Like again, just packaging is wanting. Basically, really should be foam on both these, both sides of the figures, and kind of keep them from moving around and bumping around and just causing pointless damage. So, but other than that, really cool models. Looking forward to getting these painted up. Should be pretty simple as well. Kind of just I don't know if we're gonna go with black, like the back cover of the box, or maybe just a super like dark blue. But anyway, it'll be fun to get this going. So let us know your guys' thoughts if you play the police in Chicago Way, and how you've kitted them out as far as what you run for your typical size games, if you've used any of the other expansion models for it yet. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and we'll have more Chicago Way for you very soon.